how we go about doing our sourdough, our starter, and how we feed it. So I'm basically going to do a little bit of a demonstration on how I feed my sourdough every day. So obviously you have to think about sourdough as something that's alive. It's if you cultivate your sourdough, it's something that you're going to be feeding every day. It's recommended you feed it at the same time every day. It's recommended you have similar flour that you're using. I've tried different flours. Some flours I found that actually give a taste, a smell and a taste. It's not bad, but it's not neutral enough. Okay, I think for what I want to do. So the main ratio, I'm actually quite lucky. I've had some chefs actually giving me a lot of advice, because I'm not a baker. I'm not someone who's very good at making bread. I can make an okay bread, but there's nothing to write home about, as they say. One thing I also picked up over the time is that try and keep everything clean, because again, this is something that's live. So basically I'm going to feed it on a ratio of 1 to 2 to 2. So 1 times my starter, 2 times the flour, 2 times the water. And like I said, I try to do this every day around the same time. My starter lives in the room; it doesn't live in the fridge. And if I'm not gonna be here for a day, then I will put it in the fridge. So basically that slows down the process, and then there's a good chance that it's still alive when I come back the day after to actually come and feed it, and then the process starts again. It slowly warms up in the room, and it starts bubbling again, it starts getting active again. So here I have just obviously some clean spoons. I just use all-purpose flour. I'm sure some people will tell you there's a difference between using all-purpose or bread flour or strong flour. If there is, I'm sure there is, but like I said, I'm not an expert on making the starter. I've only just started doing this, so I'm learning as much as anybody else. So I got my flour, I got clean water. So this is my starter that's left over from yesterday. So I fed it yesterday. It grew more than 3 times, and then overnight obviously it's gone down slightly. I use this tube. It's actually just it's like a water bottle. I bought them, and it works fine. You can use glass or any container. I'm sure that again there'll be some people that have their own opinions about what type of materials. That's fine. So here I have a bowl, and then I'm going to use a scale. So the scale I'm going to use to weigh out all the ingredients, starting with my actual starter, then the amount of water I'm going to add, and then flour. So I basically take the starter in the bowl, weigh it, I add my water to the quantity, and then I add the flour, and then I mix it. I do it that way because I find it has less lumps. So let's go through quick points, just quickly recap what we did. So easiest way is to obviously put everything out that you're going to be using. Make sure everything is clean, have your scales ready, have your hungry sourdough from yesterday, you have your flour, you have your water, and and then obviously you take 50 grams. If you're going to do a 1 to 2 feeding ratio, you take 50 grams of your original starter, weigh it off, you add 100 grams of water, you add 100 grams of flour. So that's my quick little demo on how I feed my sourdough starter every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want any more information, I'll put some contact details in the video as well. And then I would just say happy baking for you guys that came today. I hope you enjoyed this. What I will be doing is I will be doing a baking class where I actually teach students how to make the sourdough, and then for every student that comes I will give a sample starter sourdough they can actually take with them, so they can go home and they can actually then cultivate their own sourdough, do their own breads, and have their own fun. So thank you for joining, and I hope I will see all of you guys again soon. Thank you very much.